Hello, this is Dr. Alexander Haskell. I'd like to discuss something which is not often considered in medicine, and that is the miraculous quality of being human, the human spirit. And it's related to something that's beyond our comprehension. It's a wisdom that is an integral part of being a human being. We often truly take it for granted. So if you think about the origins of human life, the insemination of the ovum or egg, and how this single egg divided and created or orchestrated all the different cells and organs and tissues, neurological system, the brain, all the complexity of the human being began with a single cell. And this progression or increase in years of life continues to create this individual all the way until we reach the ripe and wise age as we enter the last stage of life. So consider this, that since you've been watching this video, that all kinds of internal mechanisms or activities are going on. Your heart is beating. You've been breathing oxygen through the system and excreting carbon dioxide waste, etc. And your brain has been working and analyzing and bringing in new information, which is being integrated into your ways of thinking and possibly even beliefs. So how to honor and how to reconnect with this wisdom, this spirit within each of us. And of course, the body needs nutrition in order to function optimally, and fresh water, and a sense of the outdoors, of being connected with the earth and the universe. So let's say things or experiences that nourish this wisdom within would be relationships and love and a sense of freedom to express ourselves. And ideally, at some point in our lives, we begin to understand what is our purpose for our existence. And all these would be the foundation of health, or kind of a holistic, all-encompassing health. So our body is battling against invasions, against chemicals which disrupt or harm our bodies. So pesticides, herbicides, metals, heavy metals, and these are also accumulated in agriculture and the fish agriculture, etc. And our exposure to mold and bacteria, these invaders, would disrupt the optimal function of our body. And then we have also to deal with different invisible insults. So part of this body's language can, if we learn how to listen, we can find ways of remaining healthy our entire life. And that would be the first stage on this continuum of being symptom-free and this internal sense of vitality. And in the second stage, we start developing symptoms. And what are symptoms? They can be physical and mental, but symptoms could be seen as a way of this innate, miraculous wisdom within each of us, a way of it communicating to us. Maybe the symptoms are considered to be its language, its means of telling us that something is out of balance. So in terms of preserving your health, it's important to be able to listen to the whisperings of this wisdom within. And this is an internal self-awareness of listening. And the symptoms rise to the surface of our awareness. And if we are not fearful of a symptom, we can simply have a conversation with this wisdom within and try to understand its way of informing us that something is out of balance. This wisdom could also be considered our conscience and our intuition, and learning how to communicate with this wisdom within each of us is a talent that a talent that we can develop. This state of non-duality non-duality is simply being in a neutral space of something is not good, it's not good, it's not bad, it just exists, it is. And this is sort of the state that it's important to become in a state of mindfulness, to simply watch and not judge, to be able to listen and communicate with this wisdom within. And there's developed a certain degree of faith or trust that this companion within is doing the very best it can to maintain a balance or homeostasis. So when you present to a physician with symptoms, he or she should be asking more than what is going on, what systems are being out of balance, what systems are expressing themselves as symptoms, and that is a good first stage. But then the questions should arise: why is this person experiencing symptoms? In other words, what are the causes of this person's symptoms? And then the objective after this investigation would be to remove these causes, whether they are external causes, external insults that are impacting the person, or they're internal causes, such as a low-grade silent systemic infection. And then, with respect or out of respect for this innate wisdom, provide what it needs to come back into balance, back into the first phase or stage, which is health and vitality. So what the body may need is more nutrients to nourish all our cells, or it could be to help remove what has been accumulated, whether it's an infection or toxin, etc., to provide the body the relief of that burden, so this wisdom can bring the body back into a state of health and wellness. And that is the foundation of holistic health. Thank you.